Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I'm Alex Florez, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, mind, body, and soul by Lucas is right. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm good. I'd like to take a second to point something out real quick. And that something is the fact that we're not muted right now. Something that I continually do at the beginning of the show. I always start the show off with no audio and I go through my entire intro. And then somebody says muted or no audio, and I look back and I see it. I have to unmute it. So I'm pointing this out in the hopes that this helps me remember it in the future for when I do stream by myself, because that seems to be a recurring theme for me.
Well,
I'm doing great, Alex. How are you?
I'm doing great. Uh, you know, when Lucas isn't here with me, I am like an incompetent little baby trying to figure out how to do giveaways. Something that, like, I'm pretty sure I came up with the process for how we do it now.
Mm.
Somebody else might have done the form first. Actually, I don't remember who did the form first. I don't remember if I made the form or Joe made the form or Lucas made the form or Panda made the form. I don't remember who started doing it with the form, but we had different ways that we did it in the past. We'd run it with a bot in the chat. We did it manually back when we only had like 10 people watching. So we've gone through various iterations, but when I'm by myself now, I've gotten so reliant on Lucas over the past few years that I'm just like I don't know how to do a giveaway anymore, and I have to like scramble through Google Drive and be like, "Where's that form?" And I got to update that and change that, and I probably messed something up and didn't make it available for people to submit their answers and shared the link and all that stuff. So don't feel bad about it, Lucas, because
What
it's
I am
my
hearing you
responsibility to press unmute on you. So
what I'm hearing you say is we're a really good team.
yeah, we work better
I like
together.
it. I like it.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We're doing Mage raids today. We're playing your UGC experiences. Your UGC. Yeah, I guess. Your user generated content. Your creations, your games, what you've built in the sandbox. That's what we're playing. And we're starting off with Go West's Mission Drop Possible.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played this yet. Go West, when they mentioned this game to me, said good luck and did like little smiling devil horn emojis or something.
I don't like that.
I think it means it's super easy. I think it's what that
I like that
indicates. All right, so we're gonna try jumping in this. It is a multiplayer hub, so anybody who wants to join in can. If you are not already in the Wizzyverse Discord, you should be, because we're running some cool stuff in there. We do weekly giveaways of Wizzy the Black's hat, just like we do Wizzy the Orange's hat here on stream. And we're running Mage raids through the Discord. So you go to discord.gg/Wizzyverse, which is in the chat. And that's how you can learn all about Mage raids. Go to the announcements channel and join us here live. You can join other ambassadors. They don't have to be live. They can just be around. Wear a Wizzy hat if you've got one, and see if the ambassador can take a screenshot with you in it. And that's all you got to do. You just got to register and be in screenshots, and maybe wear a hat if you got it. We take care of all the points. I'll be airdropping rewards to participants. I just announced the current leaderboard state. Let's see. I'll share it on screen just so everybody knows what's up. Here we go. Here's the current leaderboard. Our top 10. We've got Ian the IT guy, who crossed over to 200 point mark, which there's nothing special for 200 points. You get special stuff at 50 points and at 100 points, and then whoever is in the lead gets something. Ian the IT guy is going above and beyond here. We've got SSDW, Nobble, TPM, Go West 927, Nervix, Play Game for Fun, and Nazman, all getting the epic floating grimoire companion equipment. I should hopefully have that all done to show you on Saturday. And then we've got Lori G, Joe 5117, Crypt258, and Lieutenant General. They are in the second tier of rewards where they will be getting the gloves. And we've got a few more people who have gotten up to there. And actually, I think I may have. Oh, I think I might have missed a couple people in the middle of this rewards.
How dare you?
I know, I skipped. So there's some people who had the green. So it's blue for technically it should be purple for epic, but we did blue for epic. Wait, epic? Common? Did I say epic?
I don't even know anymore.
I may have misspoken. It's supposed to be a
I
common
only
cape,
respond to anything
uncommon
legendary
gloves,
and above.
Rare, rare grimoire, and it's a legendary hat. So I think I misspoke when I said it's not an epic floating grimoire. I mean, it is epic, but it's not an epic catalyst. I did say epic with a lowercase e. So
okay, so are we saying like it's epic as in like, wow, that's
pretty cool.
That's epic. That's cool.
It's epic.
Or are you saying like epic as in like that's the catalyst that it has?
It's supposed to be a rare catalyst.
Okay.
So
or both, because two things can be true at the same time.
It could be epic and epic, but I don't know that I have the budget for epic. Depending on how many people get into this blue tier here, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to. I'll be breaking the bank, is what I'm saying.
That's fair.
All these epic hats. So we're making hats, books, grimoires.
I thought you said cats, as in catalysts.
It's gonna be rare catalysts and uncommon catalysts, and then those who have the white text here are getting common cape. Everybody who goes up to a higher tier also gets the lower tiers, so it's not like oh you got too many points and now you're not going to get this cool thing. It's like, no, you get all the things. So
you did too good. We're gonna punish you.
Right. That would stink. So yeah, if you get up into this blue tier, you're going to get 3 items, and if you are the top player, you're going to get 4. So you'll have a full equipment set.
I'm going to be honest, Alex. When when I'm working on whatever it is, like working for in a competition or working on winning a prize or whatever, if I win first prize, I also don't expect to get second prize by getting first. So if you were to tell me by moving up I didn't get what was below, I wouldn't look at that as strange in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we're running this kind of like a Kickstarter where a lot of Kickstarters will do tiers where like you get all the, if you buy in at that higher level, you still get all the other cool perks, and that's what I like.
Speaking of Kickstarter, my wife got me the coolest birthday present.
What was that?
They redid all the old Gargoyles comic books in a hardcover.
Nice.
And I'm only missing issue 1. I have all the originals. I have like 2 through. I have like 90% of them, so I have like almost the entire arc, but I don't have the entire arc. And she got me that. They did like a Kickstarter for it, and she didn't tell me about it. And it's we just got an email. It's gonna arrive soon, and I'm so excited.
Nice. You know what I'm getting soon? The last 2 artifact shoes that I forgot that I got.
Super duper.
It's like because you order them so many months in advance, and then it's like, oh yeah, cool, I got my artifact shoes, sweet. And then it's like they're on their way, and I'm like, didn't I already? Oh, I got more. I make good
they're on their way
decisions.
You're right, they are on their way. I have not received them yet. You're like looking back and making sure you do or don't.
All right, so I see in the chat Mosquito asks if each week the points reset. No, that they're cumulative, so every single week we're adding more and more points. This is a leaderboard that runs till the end of the Builders Challenge. Now, originally the Builders Challenge post had said it was ending, I think, August 26th, but I think it's actually running till either the end of August or like early September. There was something where the date got updated, so the Mage raids will last until the end of the Builders Challenge. I may need to update exactly what's stated for that date in various places, but just know as long as the Builders Challenge is running, the Mage raid is running, and you can keep accumulating those points.
Alex,
and
one thing I'd like to throw out there really quick.
Yep.
Last week, Blue Tulip did use points for us to play their game.
Okay.
And I already had a list of people who had already used points and whatnot to play it, but I forgot to add it to the list for all of us, for you and Panda and whatnot. So I was wondering if we could add Blue Tulip's experience to the list somewhere after Go West's experience.
Yep, absolutely. So Mosquito, I mentioned earlier, and I didn't get a chance to show it till just now. It's it's probably behind Lucas. Let's move it a little bit up. So you're right here. You're in 12th place with 53 points, only 1 point behind Tom Voxel. And I forgot, or I didn't forget, but like I missed screenshotting this because I screenshot the top 10 here and I put it in the little the graphic that you saw, and then I grabbed the rest of everybody's points, and because of the green, I like screenshotted everything underneath the green. So Tom Voxel, Masca, and Fashul's points were not shown on that, and I'll need to correct that after the stream. I'm not going to do it while we're live because that'd be a boring show. So I'm going to go and fix that tweet after the show. A correction will be issued. It's not a correction so much as expanding what was shown, because I guess it's a correction. I didn't say something. It exists. The points were there. You still have your points. I just forgot to show them, or I missed showing them. So sorry about that. Totally my bad. And I see Blue Tulip is here in the chat, so we're definitely going to play that after this. But somebody else asked, who was it? Somebody pointed out. Where'd it go?
Where do I go? What are we talking about?
Somebody asked about their Mochaverse game or something?
It wasn't their Mochaverse game, I believe. Mahad Chait.
Oh, yep, I see it.
Guys, play Mocha Dash game, please, need guide. I think they're just looking for some advice on it.
Oh, okay. We can try that out. It'll be after UGC stuff that we've got going on live. Actually, I feel like I was talking to somebody a while ago, because
who is somebody?
Well, it had to do with the Mocha event, which just started. Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
So we did the council did testing for some of the games in the Mocha event, and I feel like I said that we were gonna live stream it, and I don't remember the specifics because it was a long time ago that we were talking about this. There's Rocketeers event, Mocha Mocha Keep Jumping, Arena Frontier 100, Mocha Game Jam Space Battle, Mocha Game Jam Color Run, Starcat, Cosmic Chaos.
Did you say Rocketeer?
I did say Rocketeer, didn't I? Frontier. Frontier. Sorry.
No, the very first one you said it was Rocketeer's event.
Oh yes, yeah, it is. Sorry. I'm reading faster than I can remember what I said.
Favorite books, movies. One of my favorite characters in comics. That is definitely dig that. I don't know what's happening there, but I'm assuming they're very different. But just the name, I'm fond already.
So then there's Mocha Dash and Mocha HQ. So Mocha Dash and Mocha HQ are actually ones that my team at the council did some testing on. And sorry, got distracted by something.
It happens.
I don't know that I can really give a guide on getting the best time in this. I'm not the best speed runner when it comes to 2D platforming. I leave that more to Panda. So maybe Panda would be the better person to ask, because I'm pretty sure Panda also tested this one out. So we can try playing this, but I may, if you're looking for a guide on how to play this one really well, I would talk to Panda about it, because I think she's going to have much better tips for you than me. All right. So we're playing Go West's game here. It says, hello, Kamisazi. Current contest, collect each piece of an exclusive Venus-style gear set hidden in each of our 6 experiences to be entered to win. For more information on how to enter, visit www.twitter.com/GoWest927 and review the pinned tweet. So Go West is running contests with this to win sand. I believe I saw something about a 500 sand prize pool.
Ooh.
Is that correct, Go West? I see you in the chat there, trying to get me in trouble with Panda.
Alex, I do have a question for you really quick.
What's that?
Are we not streaming on Twitter?
We're not, because I forgot to switch it on. Boop,
Oh,
it's
okay.
on now.
Huzzah!
I think so. I'll let all of you in on a little secret, I guess, or an experiment that I'm running. An experiment, secret experiment. When I noticed that sometimes when we would go live, this would. Why is it always starting soon? And I think it's because when people are on Twitter, it kind of pushes notifications to them really fast and things pop up. And when they're just browsing Twitter, they'll go look at it and they'll see that we're not actually live yet. I mean, it's saying that we're starting soon because we're in our little warm-up period. And platforms like YouTube and Twitch, it's very common for people to have a warm-up period of a minute or even longer, 10, 15 minutes, to let all of their regular viewers know that the show's about to start. They all get their notifications, they get to their computer, their TV, or their iPad, whatever, and get comfy and get ready to watch and enjoy the stream. And it's kind of part of the YouTube and Twitch culture that you have this warm-up period, which lets everybody kind of get hopping in the chat and they start talking to each other because they're all friends, you know, socially through the chat. And on Twitter, it's just kind of like, you're not, why are you showing me this? This isn't a thing. And then they go away.
Now.
So I'm wondering how many viewers on Twitter we're losing because we go live, but we're not really live. So the nice thing with Restream is I can just toggle it on and off. So I can have Twitter be off, can start, do our warm-up period, and then when we actually go live, I can switch it on. And I totally had that in the forefront of my mind when I hit go live, and the minute and a half, 2 minutes later, when we actually put our faces on the screen, I forgot to turn Twitter on.
Fair enough.
I apologize, Twitter. You're getting a little late start with this here. Why am I dying? What's going on? What? Wait, I wasn't dying. I just saw my health bar.
What did you think you were?
My health bar up here just started going zoop, 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 down, and then I closed my inventory, and I'm fine. I think that's a bug, not a Go West bug, but a Sandbox bug that we'll need to report. I think it was. Yep, see, there it goes again. When Novel TPM jumps into the lava, my inventory health goes down. Novel, you're killing me. You know what's also interesting is I can see, as my health goes down here, I can see behind the inventory there's a change of color there, and I can tell it's somebody breakdancing.
How can you tell?
Because I've seen that animation so many times that even when it's just a little sliver of it, I can tell the motion. I think Go West was maybe breakdancing on top of that cactus.
He tends to do that.
It just happened to be behind my health bar on the inventory. All right.
Question for you real quick before you get started.
Sure.
From Victor Listo over on X. A question. Can the map of the islands that appears in the upper right corner be removed? What button do we push again to clear that off the screen, Alex? Is it F12?
So F12 will disable all of your heads-up display. The only thing that you'll see is people's names, and do you even see their health bars? I don't think you even see their health bars. Yeah, if somebody jumps into the lava,
If somebody could jump into the lava for Alex, that'd be wonderful.
F12 flips your screen. That sounds like a device setting. Okay, yeah.
Wait,
So
people are jumping in the lava.
Yep, I see.
Okay.
So F12 even disables the health bar. So it hides your quests, it hides your variables, it hides your name. So this is like screenshot mode. This is if you want to get like a nice view of the space with a screenshot.
Or a thing.
You want to do something like that. That's what that's for. So in order to hide the map, you have to hit enter to open your chat. And then there's a little arrow here. It just goes whoop. And it shrinks it down to that.
Ah, I didn't know you could compress that.
Yeah. Super convenient.
That's beautiful. Now it's gone, but it's not gone. And you still have your quests.
Yeah. GoWith says it's good for footage and hype video recording too. Yeah. So there's a little arrow in the upper right hand corner of the map. It just goes zoop. It even makes a little noise. I don't know if you can hear it. Turn it up. It's so pleasing. A little zoop, 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 zoop. All right. There is another way. Actually, I think this was disabled. You used to be able to hit Q to show and hide your quests. And I think it would also affect the map, but I don't see that working anymore. If you go to your options, controls, they're all listed here. Obviously, clicking on the corner of the map is not actually a button on your keyboard. It is a button on the screen that you have to click, so it's not going to show up in your settings here. But let's see. H is to go to the hub. O is for options. It does say Q is for quests. I is for inventory and for NFTs. Delete item. What? How do you what? D is drop item. L is show life. Chat is enter. Skip objective intro. That J. So when you get a quest, it kind of like flashes a thing up on your screen, and if you press J, it'll clear it real fast, which can be helpful if you've got a lot of action going on. Let's see. P is social. Didn't they used to be? Oh, V is player info. What is? Oh, that's right. So you've hit the P key. It gives you a list of who you're following, recommended people to follow. These are other players that I've encountered in the wild.
I think it's funny that you're not following Seb. And now that I pointed it out, you kind of have to.
I don't know that I've played with Seb since the social stuff came out. Panda and I did play with him a while back.
I remember that stream. That was awesome.
So the social stuff might have been on there. He's only got 36 followers. What do I have? I don't even know what I have. Do I have more followers than Seb? That's the real question.
Is there a way to see how many followers you have? I love the fact that the Sandbox is engaging in that style. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm waiting on the edge of and this is my own personal opinion. This isn't something that I've heard. I'm just something I'm hoping for is that the Sandbox starts to integrate more social media aspects, because as we've all seen, social media is just explosively popular. Facebook, Meta, Instagram, Twitter, X, all that stuff, obviously doing really well. I would love to see the Sandbox be able to kind of get its hooks into the social media side of the world, because that would be just wonderful for adaptation and popularity.
So I have 81 followers. It shows that if you go to your Sandbox profile, it does show your followers there. And then you can even click it.
Not going to mine right now.
And to check. Oh, it can. Wait, why did it put my name? That was weird. There we go. So you can hit follow back. I'm not trying to make a popularity contest. I'm only following 11 people because they're people that I actually jump into games with. Not that I mean I play with all of you on stream, right? But like these are like coworkers mostly. Although I'm not sure who Titan Camera is. That name doesn't look at all familiar to me. I wonder if it's somebody.
Maybe they
somebody
changed their name.
Yeah, I wonder. Puzzle Rose is playing Deja Vu. It would be cool if I could be like, join them. Oh, and you can open their profile too.
I really like the whole profile thing, how it's shaping up as well. Like, there's a lot of options in there. There's a lot of different sections and segments for you to kind of just show who you are.
So Q was supposed to hide quests, but it doesn't appear to be working. I'm wondering if I do it like that. Nope, it still doesn't. Oops, I didn't mean to hit H for hub. I meant to hit L for life. Yeah, so it appears that Q does not work anymore for that. So that setting's probably just old. What was the other one that was interesting? So V is how you show somebody's profile like that. P brings up all of the social stuff, which you also see when there's a friends button. It's kind of hidden behind Lucas, but if you just hit enter, there's a button right there, which will do the same thing as hitting the B key. You can search for people. You can see if you have follower requests, alerts. You can change your settings so that way you can. I think people can only follow you if you accept their request. I think that's an option.
Nazman's a giant alligator. Want to know what that's? Wow, I lost my words. Nazman's a giant alligator, and I want to know what's going on with that.
Is that an avatar or is that equipment? It looks like an avatar because everything is.
But which avatar collection is that?
Everything is lined up to a voxel grid. I don't know. Nazman, what's up with your avatar? It's pretty huge.
Nazman says avatar, but I just crashed.
Oh, and poof, he's gone.
That's what I call timing.
Local chat would make Sandbox an option for meetings with people. Yeah. So this is something I don't know if we're planning on integrating this soon, but it is a thing that is possible. When you log into the Game Maker, when it's starting up, there's a splash screen that shows what service we use for the chat system, and that chat system does support voice chat, proximity chat, I believe. It's just not a thing that we've integrated into it yet, but it is a thing that I think we should do. Oh, these are health. I'm like, I wasn't getting any points or anything. I wasn't sure what I was collecting these coins for, and they kept on respawning. It's because it's health, and I'm fully healed. That's why nothing's happening. The delete key was the one that I was curious about. If I go to here and I hit delete, can I? When did I get a silver key? Where did I pick that up from? So I wonder if the delete key only works if it's a droppable item. So you can delete it instead of dropping it on the ground. I'm curious how that works. Key collects when you start the game. Okay. All right. So I've been told that health is a good option for this game. We've got a little bit of power. That's good enough, right? Let's see what this is all about. To the top. Oh. Next time I get a quest, I'm going to try to hit that J key and make it clear real fast. I'm guessing there's fall damage on this. It feels like if you've got a whole bunch of health items to pick up, fall damage would make sense. What's that down there? There's like oh, it's the voice microphone. I suppose this is timed. I shouldn't be sightseeing. But I also don't know where I'm going.
You do whatever you want, Alex.
I mean, I do anyway, but
that was more of a statement of fact than a suggestion.
And you can't stop me. I think we go that way, right? I feel like that makes sense.
See?
I'm waiting for the challenge to kick in. Go west. When's this gonna get hard?
He
Wait.
says moments before
Did
things get difficult.
Oh, okay. We're on a higher plateau. I thought that was the ladder I started from, and I was like, how did I loop back around to where I was? But I didn't. We're on a different level now.
Mm.
I think we gotta drop down, right? Oh, there is some damage there. So we gotta watch out how far we fall. The fact that you were dancing on a cactus earlier, I feel means that cactuses are safe to land on. They're not gonna poke me.
Mm. Which just confuses me to no end.
Okay, yep, the cactuses did not harm me. Where am I? Oh, I'm going this way. No. 3D platforming is more my thing. I love 2D platformers, but when it comes to like speed running, not the fastest. Oh, did I just get a jetpack? What is this? The Venus gear? Buenos dias, says Roxy Miguel. Oh, this is cool. I like the little smoke animation. Oh, hey. Our next place to jump. So I do really love 2D platformers. I've always been a Mario and Sonic fan. I love Super Meat Boy and ooh. I meant to do that.
Obviously.
Yeah. It was 100% intentional. And I like 2D roguelikes like Spelunky. But when it comes to going super duper fast through those, especially if it's like a 2.5D where I might have to adjust for depth in what. So I guess that's the thing. I like the look of 2.5D games, but if it's 2.5D and you move in that third dimension, that confuses me a lot. It makes me slow down significantly.
That's fair.
So Panda really likes Panda Pong, and I'm terrible at it. And I think it's because sometimes there's a little bit of back, like forward and back you need to do, and my brain is just like, it's a 2D game. I go 2D.
Yeah, I go left, I go right, I go up, I go down. I do not go front and back.
Yeah.
If there's even like, and the ones that really throw me off are the ones where the front and back movement is just a little bit. Like, if you don't have a whole lot of motion on those, but if you're a little bit off, you don't hit it, that really messes with my mind. My brain's just like, nope, no, thank you.
Ah. The dragon gets in the way of seeing where you're landing, which I think is intentional.
Probably. Because, you know, dragons are just like, whatever, I do what I want.
They are the cats of the lizard world.
Is your jetpack on upside down? Or is it like a steam-powered vitamin pack? Like it's just giving you extra energy?
I think it's a steam-powered vitamin pack. Because if you look at the rest of my chest, it's on correctly.
Ah, yeah.
I think it's like, so it was like a Venus thing? Was there a description? I don't think they show the description anymore, do they? Oh, no, they do. You can check the set on SandRush. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. I think It feels steampunky.
It does.
Yeah. All right. Ugh, come on. If I die here, I'm gonna laugh.
Because you keep falling?
Yeah, I'm just getting a little bit of damage because the fall is a little bit too high. And it's just because this particular jump here I keep missing. Okay.
I was going to say, it's not the dragon, is it?
Hey.
Dragon's not biting you.
No. I'm just falling.
Cool.
Hey.
That's super duper rude,
Woo,
dragon.
we got fireworks. Pop, pop, pop. Oop, and I fell. Is this it? Was there? I thought there was more gear. Didn't I have to collect 4 pieces or something? Or was it just the first one? Couldn't get 12 levels?
Get off 12 levels.
Were they numbered?
What levels are we talking about?
I feel like... Wait, is that a person over there? Oh, it's a cactus. The cactus right under the brim of my hat with it zoomed out here. It looked like a little ghostly person there. And I was like, how did they get up there? Because these are really steep.
Okay. Respect.
I'm looking at the platforms and I'm like, I don't know that I see a way to get up there.
You rode the bird, didn't you?
Oh.
Touche. Well done.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a photo at the top of the mountain. I mean, if you think you can get up here quickly, I didn't think it was too bad. Go West, I think, oversold me on the deviousness of it, because if you recall, oh, this was maybe 2 years ago, people were making a game. Who was making it? Somebody was making a game to torture me, and it was tough. It shows you your height. Oh, in the variables. That's cool. I didn't even look over there. I was so tunnel vision to the middle of my screen. I didn't even look.
Elaborate on what you're talking about.
Underneath my name, it says best height, current height.
Oh,
yeah, that's cool.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
I don't know how my current height is 29 and my best height. Oh wait, now it says it. Current height's 30.
I'm about to say.
Okay. It updated. 0 deaths. And it even says it on the screen. 0 deaths.
It does say that. Wait. I can read.
I want to go for
great.
I want to go for speed though.
Oh.
Respawn. And does the timer reset?
It did not reset.
It didn't reset from here, but we haven't gone on the ladder yet. I'm gonna pick up some health if I can, and try again and go for a faster time.
Maybe add some defense items, get some extra healthy points.
That's for noobs. We didn't need it. We had 0 deaths. We were all good.
Yeah, we're going for speed now. Patient Pete can get anywhere. It's Sanic that really gets the boot.
When XYZ coordinates in game for communication, I don't know. That would be on my wish list of things, because coordinates is a really good way to do things in a game. You can sort of make on your own. You can, but I explained how to do this a while ago. You would have to make a trigger volume for basically every single meter of your game. So when you pass it, it updates your XYZ coordinates, and that would be probably bad. That would be a lot of logic. You know, you got 96 by 96.
There'd be donuts everywhere.
Well, we can do the math. Let's do the math. It's
no, thank you.
How about now? Hey, there we go. I accidentally whacked my microphone cable. It doesn't like that. All right. So if you wanted to do trigger volumes for every meter of your experience, that's 96 times 96 times 128. That would be over 1 million trigger volumes.
It's
Just a little bit over 1 million.
not a lot, but
volumes.
it's not a little.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Does this timer reset when we jump here? It does. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if I remember how to get there. Well, no.
Right, time for you to explain a very complex topic to me.
What's that?
I mean, I don't have one off the top of my head. I'm going to need you to suggest the topic as well.
Oh.
And then explain it to me.
Just because you're trying to distract me from
Exactly.
speedrun.
Exactly. I got a Rubik's Cube here. I'm going to need you to walk me through
How does this thing work?
solving it.
Well, I used to be able to do that pretty fast, but I forgot how to do the last third. Because it's like a muscle memory thing. I could never do the speed solving like the people who do it for competitions. Like that's
wild.
I don't understand how they do that. Like I don't understand how they hold that information in their head and then know how to do those things. Like it's just I don't think my brain works that way. And I'm okay with that. It's not a skill that I feel like I need to learn. But it was kind of fun to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube. And so I have the muscle memory to do the first 2/3 of the cube. And then I'm left with the top kind of knowing how to do that part. Wow, I'm doing worse. What? I'm doing way worse now because I'm talking, probably.
What? No, you're better when you talk.
Trying to talk about Rubik's Cube stuff, and all of a sudden my ability to jump up things is much worse. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
Anyway, the last 2/3 always remains unsolved on my Rubik's Cube because I don't remember the order. Because there's like an algorithm, basically, like a specific series of moves that you can do. Yeah, that will always solve it. You just have to like look and say, okay, this color needs to go here, and then, wow, this color needs to go here, and you do this number of moves, and then it's there. And you repeat that process until you solve the cube, and it always works.
Until you die.
But I get done with the 2/3, and then I don't remember what the last moves were.
Yeah, I have a friend. She would juggle 3 Rubik's Cubes at the same time and solve them as she was juggling them. I always just looked at that as witchcraft. It's just witchcraft. That's all it is. I was like, there's no way you're actually doing this. You're a witch. Somebody bring the torches, because clearly we need a cleansing.
She's a witch.
Like, she's a witch. Ban her.
She turned me into a newt.
I was going to say, she also turned me into a newt. So there was more than one factor. It wasn't just the Rubik's Cubes. There was also the newt thing.
Yeah. Did you get better?
I did get better. Yeah. And now I can regrow limbs, which is super rad.
Oh, so, I mean, it feels like burning her would actually be a not very grateful thing to do.
Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be a real slap in the face to her. But, you know, witch, so there's only one way you can deal with that.
Ooh, I almost fell there. Oh, you know what? I told you to remind me about something, and you didn't remind me, but I remembered on my own.
Oh, I was actually waiting until after the break.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. Apple crisps.
Yeah. So, you know how we were talking about apple fritters?
Yeah, I do.
Well, while we were camping in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, my brother-in-law brought along one of those like fireplace panini press things where it's like two square pieces of metal that kind of make a clamshell.
Like a flat iron skillet, but panini press style.
Yeah. It makes a clamshell, and you're supposed to like lock the two pieces together and hold it over the fire.
Yeah.
Well, the idea that he had seen was to make pies by taking
Like
bread,
it, love it. Go on.
taking 2 slices of bread, putting pie filling between them, alternately making a peanut butter and jelly, and then putting butter on the outside of the bread so it doesn't burn and so it crisps up nice like a grilled cheese. The problem being that I think the recipe that he had seen for this was actually for grilled cheese, in which case the bread would stick together because of the cheese. And
Okay.
the pie filling does not have the same properties. So he would open up the thing and it would all just fall apart. And I was like, you know what? We've got graham crackers for s'mores.
Okay.
What if you take that butter that you got, and it was it was probably actually margarine. It's the squeezable butter. Not something I would typically purchase, but you know, this is for camping. So I suggested taking the graham crackers from the s'mores, crushing them up, mixing them with the butter, putting that at the bottom, and topping it with apples, and holding it open face over the fire. So that way the apples start to dehydrate and caramelize a bit and soak into the buttery graham cracker crumbs. And it made a pretty decent apple crisp. I was quite
well played, good sir.
I didn't know he was actually going to try it. I was just like, this would be a cool idea. And then he like walked over like 5 minutes later and was like, here, try this. I was like, what is this? And it's like, it's the thing you said.
It's the thing.
And
you
I was
said.
like, oh, and it was actually really good. The one improvement would be to get the cinnamon graham crackers, so you get all that cinnamony goodness.
I was just gonna ask, were they cinnamon graham crackers or not?
They were just regular graham crackers for s'mores.
That's still pretty cool. I love graham crackers because usually when graham crackers are around, I mean s'mores are around, and marshmallows are one of my favorite things on the planet.
So yeah, if you're ever camping and you got a fire pit panini press,
for all you fire pit panini press aficionados out there,
use it to make a 3-ingredient apple crisp. It's actually pretty tasty.
I'm into it. What was your time, Alex?
3 minutes, 31 seconds, 0.83 seconds.
Nice.
Still 0 deaths. I'm quite pleased with myself. I could probably do better time without all the chatting. The chit-chat, if you will. All right. So, how would I make this harder for somebody like me who likes to torture themselves sometimes? More hazards. Some of these platforms could be moving. I wouldn't make too many of them moving because that can make the experience lag a lot. If you've got too many of those platforms moving, that's a lot of stuff to synchronize up. More bits of lava. Some alternate routes. So right now we got one route that's pretty simple to figure out because you just go to the ones that you haven't jumped on yet. But if you put some other paths, you know, up over there in different spots with bigger gaps between them, you could make some alternate routes that are maybe faster but with longer, harder jumps. So it's like a risk-reward thing. Like, do you want to risk that kind of sketchy jump for a faster time? Potentially dying.
If you don't hit it, you 100% are falling to the bottom.
Potentially, yeah. And yeah, you could have like more lava in places and stuff. But I had fun. I enjoyed this. I kind of want to give it another run, but I also want to give other people's games a shot. So we're going to do our Mage raid screenshot. Daruth the Human, you want to get in here? Get up close and friendly with the rest of us? Anybody else in here? It says there's 8 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're all here. All right. And I keep on hearing the coin collection sound because I think I'm standing on the spawner. So we're going to go users in the chat. I'm going to take a screenshot. Thank you, Go West, for that bit of fun. Lanzer, you can absolutely leave your experience. We've got a couple in the queue before you, but we'll be getting to them. If you want to interrupt what we're doing and be like, play my game now, there is a, I believe, 3,000 sandcastles, or is it 1,500 sandcastles?
I believe it's 3,000.
To say, hey, play this game, and we won't stop what we're currently doing, but we'll interrupt the queue and make it the next one that we play, assuming somebody hasn't already redeemed it, and we're about to do theirs. All right, let me save that screenshot here.
Psst.
What's up?
Psst.
What's up?
Can I drop the giveaway form?
Absolutely. Boop. All right, so we're adding lava defense and Roxy Miguel. Where'd theirs go?
I'm gonna point something out real quick. Today's giveaway, we're giving away 2.
Oh, that's right.
Duck floaties.
Yeah.
So if you have not already won the Avatar Owner Monthly Rewards August edition Duck floaties, if you don't already own one of those, if you weren't given one of those as a claim, this is your chance. But if you have a claim that's actively available, sitting there waiting for you to claim, you can't win it. Everybody else, jump on in.
Jump on in. Whee! Ha. All right. So, what was the one we were jumping over to? I had it up on my other screen. Blue Tulip, Downcore. Ooh.
Downcore.
Ooh. This is like the opposite of what we've just been playing. We're going down. Simple downcore parkour. Just survive and get to the bottom of the land. Interesting. All right. I'm going to share this in the chat. And we're going to hit play. We're going to check this one out.
Let's do it.
Let's go. The Kachinga verse says, I won a duck the other day. Is it the same? If it was with Panda, I don't know.
I said no clue.
Yeah.
It depends on what does it look like.
They may have not received it yet.
Oh.
So they may not know what it is. So I think you would need to check with Panda. I mean, you could enter and see what happens. If you because Panda, this music's really loud. Sorry. Because Panda is organizing the sending of these prizes, she'll see the name in there twice, and either she can make it be a different prize or she'll do something about it. All right.
Sucker
just get down
football.
alive. Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't like the sound of that. Are you saying if I play that game, I'm a sucker? Or am I going to win a sucker? Like a lollipop?
Is there,
if I win a lollipop, I'm in.
Is there a ball to kick in there? Oh, there is space above us.
Oh, there is.
I don't see a way to get up there. What's with the ladies?
We're just hanging out, chilling, having fun.
Are these like teleporters? Does something happen?
Eon portal.
Eon.
Okay. I'm really digging that
Ooh,
artwork. She's
uh-oh.
got like cyber tech clothing, and that's wonderful.
Which I tried going there, but are they portals, or is something else a portal? Because I tried pressing E on this one and nothing happened. I'm going up the down core.
Alex is going against the grain again.
Nope, nothing. Okay. Ooh, there's like a giant target down there. That's cool. This actually reminds me of A Reckless Disregard for Gravity, which is one of my favorite games.
What do you do in that game?
You skydive through cities, sort of. It's set in futuristic Boston, where the city is floating and cyberpunky. It's pretty abstract. It doesn't have any, real people milling about or anything like that, but it's you jump from the top and you glide down and you try not to smack against the sides of the buildings. You do try to get as close to them as possible to earn points. But if you smack into the buildings, you kind of get out of control, and if you crash into the top of a building, you die. And
Oh no.
Yeah, it's fun though. All right, so okay.
Have you ever been skydiving for real?
I have not. I think I would love it once I was in the air, because I love roller coasters and the feeling of falling. And okay. Woo! I was right on the edge there. But I'm also kind of a scaredy cat, so I probably would not actually jump out of the plane. So I would need to do the thing where they strap you to somebody's back and they jump out for you.
Tandem.
Yeah. I fell. I think if I go skydiving ever, I will probably wait until my kids are adults, just in case.
That is a very responsible thing to say.
I feel like having a almost 7-year-old or 6.5-year-old and an almost 9-year-old, not the best time for me to accidentally splat somewhere. So I try to minimize my risks at the moment.
That's fair. Once I got married, I stopped riding my motorcycle so much. I was like, you know what? I got people that rely on me now. So maybe I start, having a cage around me when I drive.
Whoa, what? Did it think that I cheated? I didn't.
Was it possible
I didn't
it was
die.
too much fall damage?
I don't think I died.
Your health went to 0.
Did it? I didn't see my health drop.
You have 1 HP.
Yeah. So falls.
Yeah, I saw it drop.
lethal.
I saw it go down.
Oh, okay. All right. That didn't feel like a big jump to me, but whatever. Ooh. All right. Let's go. Freeze down. Is there a timer? Wait.
Blue Tube says 8 blocks drop and you die.
8 block drop. Okay. So it probably was just a small drop. Whoa. Wait. Can I drop right to the middle and then in it? I'm gonna try to hit it on the way down.
It looks like there's a block right above the center, like the target.
Nope. Target is below that visible bullseye. I tried. Oh. Wait, what? What killed me then? All right. So for reals though, let's do this. Let's go. There's definitely spots where you can take little shortcuts, which just as long as it's not too big of a drop.
Ooh, playing with fire there. Playing with fire. Getting cocky.
That was okay. That must have been just 8 though. Ooh.
Roxy Miguel asks, does somebody else have the same rolling in slow motion bug in this game? I believe that's the slow motion rolling glitch that you had the other day, Alex. And yes, it looks like Alex has it as well.
I didn't know it was a glitch. I thought it was an intentional part of that character's animation set. Well, if you encounter bugs, remember you can report them through the game client going to escape, report bug, or you can go to Sandbox, or what's it called? docs.sandbox.game and look for the support section. And I just ran right off the side. Go to the support section, and there is a link to a bug report form where you can provide screenshots and videos and give all the information. That goes right to the devs, so don't hesitate to use that. That is the fastest way to get your bugs addressed. And they do actively check those things all the time.
Virus and Art says you can easily finish the game by jumping into the gap next to a block. There is a 1 second gap for teleportation. If you jump on the block, you will be saved. I discovered it today while doing a test. This applies to all experiences.
Sounds like a bug to report.
It sounds like a bug to report. The Kachingaverse says, I want to make a card memory game like you flip the card, find its counterpart. Any suggestions on a learning resource for that? Kachingaverse, yes. There is a suggestion for a learning resource, and that would be actually where you're at right now is YouTube. There are a bunch of videos from a bunch of different streamers for the Sandbox regarding learning different logic paths. And I believe, I could be mistaken on this one, but I'm pretty sure Cyber Dragon did a couple stream, if not one stream, multiple streams on the exact topic that you're talking about. So go back in the streams to go back to the live videos and look through the titles for Cyber Dragon. If you don't find exactly what you're looking for, you will find a myriad of other topics that he goes over that will have other things that you want to learn, for one. And two, check out Cyber Dragon's stream as well and ask him that question on the air, because I'm pretty sure he's always looking for topics to talk about. So even if he doesn't go over that topic on that stream, it might be a topic for a future stream. So yeah, Alex, anything else you want to add?
Nope, you covered it. It's that particular kind of logic is a little bit outside of what I'm used to doing, so I have some ideas of how I could do that, but my answer would probably be very roundabout and me figuring it out as I go along and less confident. I'm pretty sure Cyber Dragon has done a tutorial on that specifically, and it's probably very thorough. Cyber Dragon is one of the top logic builders in the Sandbox, has been for a long time. A lot of techniques that we've used as creators on the platform are because of what he figured out. Back before we had built-in teleportation features, which only just came in the last version, Cyber Dragon figured out how we could use respawning and tags to create all sorts of transit systems. You know, get people going to different spots. I believe he did elevators that you can call, and you know, if you're on floor 3, you call the elevator, it comes up to you, it stops when it gets there, it lets you on, lets you pick which floor you want to go to, things like that. He's built entire game show logic, so Cyber Dragon is very smart at these things. Whoa.
That he is. And he's also a super rad human being to boot.
Yeah. And he survives in Australia, which is just impressive.
You know, there's a lot of people that survive there, right?
It's impressive. I've seen what they have in Australia.
I like to think that where I live is kind of similar, but even my environment being Arizona is still not as hostile. I mean, we don't
I don't think you have as
kangaroos.
many like giant spiders.
And also, we don't have kangaroos, and they just like to fight. Like they're like drunken frat boys at the bar. They're just like, "Oh, you looking at me weird? Let's do this. I'm gonna throw hands with you." And you're just like, "What are you doing? Why is this happening?" And they're like, "I don't know. I was bored. I saw your green shirt, and that made me mad."
How dare you?
How dare you wear green?
This is making me not careful because you're trying to go down. Going down is a very fast process, and I'm not used to so much fall damage. This first bit's fine. But then when I start getting to these middle sections, it gets more slippery. Oh, wait. I survived that at first.
So I Am Eagle says, need short and up-to-date Game Maker tutorials, please. The software has changed significantly. So many older streams are no longer accurate. And what I'm going to say to that is, yes, some of the older streams are no longer, they no longer provide the same information that you need now because we've gone into, 0.10 and all that whatnot. But if you're looking for short tutorials, unfortunately, I don't really think that's ever going to be a thing because there's just so much going on here. Now, if you're looking for a short tutorial on a specific minute item, those will always be a thing and be available. But you're never going to find like full-fledged, like how to make a game from start to finish and have it be short.
Yeah, so what we do have on and it may, most of them are not as videos, so if you learn better through videos, this could potentially be something that you could see. But docs.sandbox.game is a wealth of information about what the different behaviors are, what the components do, how they operate, and there's a lot of information there about how to make those things work. But if you want to say, oh, let's do a 2-minute video on how to make a randomized card matching game, that feels like more than a 2-minute process. Like, I'm not sure how useful the information would be if it's that compressed. And you would probably want, there's a lot of things with game development. There's like prerequisites, almost like a course load for school. Like, you need to have taken this class before you can do this other class. So if you're going to do a card type game, I would say you first should understand at least the basics of how the rule system works, what the different features are for calculating numbers and storing variables and running a randomizer. You would want to have knowledge of how presets work. You'd want to know just a whole bunch of things first, because if you don't have those things, the tutorial is going to have to go through them, so it's going to make it longer, and that's where it can be difficult. So I think it would be cool to have those short little bits, short form content on how to do that sort of stuff. But a lot of times there's dozens of different objects with all their different settings, and the amount of time it just takes to explain what they all are and how they interact can be quite a long process sometimes.
But yeah, docs.sandbox.game, like he said, is an absolute plethora, or has an absolute plethora of information just sitting there waiting for you.
A cornucopia.
So head on over. Yeah, head on over. Check it out. It has getting started, beginners resources, managing your account, managing your wallet, security topics. Literally just goes through everything you could want to know and more. I shouldn't say everything you could want to know, but it goes through quite a bit. And it's constantly being updated by the education team.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it. Don't you doubt me.
I never doubt you.
Let's see. Oh, but there is, so I guess what we could say, there is space for people to do that sort of short form content. If you're interested in creating that kind of content, because I know, at least for me, creating things is how I learn. The way I learned VoxEdit, the way I learned Magic of Voxel, the way I learned Game Maker, the way I've learned Photoshop and everything else that I know how to use pretty much is by making stuff with them, more so than tutorials. I will look up tutorials when I'm stuck on a part that I don't understand, or if I'm trying to learn something really specific that I'm not getting just on my own. But for the most part, I go and start messing around with the tools and go, okay, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do? What can I make with this now, with what I know? And then I just keep on adding more things to that. So I make something and I keep on upgrading it. And oh no. I keep
so close.
I keep on adding more layers of stuff to it and making it more advanced and more complicated. And you can see that when I'm building stuff live on stream too, that I've made a thing and I go, oh, what if I do this? What if I do this? And that whole time I'm learning more about those things and how they interact. And if you want to create content about the sandbox, if you want to make that short form content because you feel that it's missing and you want to see it, there's nobody in your way to do that. You absolutely can do that. And the sandbox actually wants to support stuff like that. I think, is the applications for the ambassador program still open?
I believe they were just reopened recently.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know it was reopened past couple weeks, but I didn't know if it had closed in the past few days.
No, I don't believe it has. Oh, one second, let me check. I don't think it has.
It's a kind of buried tweet right now. Like it's from over a week ago. So if you want to create that stuff, go do it. I mean, that's what I was doing before I joined the sandbox. I was in the process of making a channel to teach Magic of Voxel tutorials, and I got really busy with the sandbox before I really got a chance to start. But that's what I was about to start doing when I got my job with the sandbox, and I would still go back to that if I wasn't working for the sandbox right now. I would probably be making voxel art tutorials, as well as building games and stuff. But the thing that you can do with that, no, I fell through the hole. The thing, the next step for that is that you're making this content. You can make a career out of that if you want. There's lots of channels that got started just because somebody wanted to learn how to do something, and as they're learning how to do it, they wanted to share the knowledge of what they've discovered. Start learning that organically, start sharing that knowledge, and you're going to learn faster, you're going to learn better, and you're going to build a community around yourself of other people learning this stuff. who can share information with you. And then join something like the Ambassadors Program if you can. And then the Sandbox will pay you to make that stuff. That's what the Ambassadors Program is. It's supporting people who help promote the Sandbox. So if you're making those little tutorials, that is absolutely something that would be perfect for the Ambassador Program.
So 2 things real quick. One, I dropped the link to the tweet where the Sandbox talks about reopening the Ambassador Program.
Thank you.
It was July 25th, if I remember. Yeah, July 25th is when it came out. I clicked on the link, and it looks like that application is still open, which tells me the application process is an ongoing one.
There we go.
2, I don't remember what the second one was. On to you, Alex.
Creating short form content, becoming a YouTuber, content creator, tutorial guru, anything, sparking any memories.
I got literally nothing. Like my brain went. Usually there's like a vague memory. What was it? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yep. No, this time there's literally nothing. I know there was 2 things. I went like this twice, like 2. Yeah. And now I don't remember. Oh, VVox brings up a really good point, and I think this might actually be number 2. Thank you, V. TSB Discord and forum are also a good place to ask if you need to learn anything specific. Lots of creators ready to help, and she is so right. I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody ask a specific question about programming or logic or VoxEdit or Game Maker or whatever the case may be, something Sandbox related. And I didn't have a good answer, and I wasn't on the stream with Alex to say, take it away, Alex. And so I just used my default answer of, check the forum or Discord. And every single time so far, that has been an answer that yielded positive fruit. And I love that because people jump into like the Sandbox Game Maker channel and they ask some random, highly specific question, and they've got a couple people within a very short amount of time. They're like, "Oh yeah, we came in, we had the same problem. We didn't know it, so we learned it, and here's our answer. Here's what we figured out as a solution to the problem that we're discussing right now. Here you go." And they give them a complete walkthrough. Like you give a lot more information than you would expect in a situation where, from an outside perspective of people looking in, these are people that are competing almost, but they're not. Right now, there's a lot of people here that are here because the fact that it's a new community, it's a blossoming flower, if you will, and they know that the more people that are here that are being successful, the more people that are working on the same problems that they're working on, the stronger the knowledge base is, and when they have a problem they come in contact with, they're going to have somebody out there that's going to hopefully help them as well. So yes, the Discord and the forum, check out those 2 channels, those 2 modes of knowledge, and you will not be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Unlike me, who's very disappointed with my ability to get down to the bottom of this map. Oh, I jumped too early. I'm gonna have no soul left by the end of this stream.
Just my evaporating.
Goodness. I'm becoming that old shriveled worm from SpongeBob. Is he a worm?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel inside right now. No! Wait! I survived the first fall.
So close yet so far.
It's tough. I kind of dig the aesthetic of this though, or it makes me think of like 90s toys. Like you know, all those clear plastic pieces with like magnets in them that you like assemble into structures, connects and stuff.
You'd think a parkour where you go down would be easier. I say thee nay nay.
I mean, it is until you fall too far. Because you only have 1 HP, so if you fall more than 8 blocks, you die.
Dunzo.
No. Ah.
Trip. Fall.
Needs some music though. That's what I'll say.
Is there no music playing right now?
Nah, it's just the sound of my footsteps and my
You
seething rage inside.
I was gonna say, dude, play some of that rad music that you've got queued up.
I could.
Just a nice little lightness in the background ambiance.
It kind of covers your face a little bit though.
Some of that 8-bitty goodness. Oh, when you play music, it actually pulls up like a now playing list?
It's I made an HTML document that's the YouTube iframe embed.
Oh, you think you're better than me?
I hate web design, but I was able to figure it out in a couple minutes. It was pretty easy.
So the answer is yes. Well done.
There we go. Now we got music. I don't know what Lucas can do with websites. I have no idea. I have no thoughts on whether I'm better at
Oh,
web
don't
stuff
take what I
than
said
Lucas or not.
seriously. I'm just messing with you so you fall more.
I'm making sure the chat doesn't take it seriously.
Ah, yes.
I'm fine. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa, what? Oh, I jumped on the edge of the block and did a little step up. It's a nice little recovery there, and then I immediately messed it up. Ooh, what? We gave away both things, right?
Hmm?
We did a duck thing and an orange hat?
No, I was just going to do the 2 ducks.
Let's do an orange hat too.
Okay.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like if I'm gonna make people suffer through watching me fall over and over again, let's give them something for the trouble. I mean, I'm having fun in the way that like frustration is cathartic.
I don't understand that.
Well, it's the relief when you finally beat it, and I don't give up, so I do eventually beat it.
Well, I redrafted the link in the chat for everyone that thought they couldn't enter because I so foolishly just said this was for 2 duckies. But it's also for an orange hattie. So jump on in there. Get your entries on.
I knew that that jump was too far and I wouldn't be able to make it.
But you did it anyway because you're cocky.
Yeah, a little bit. More like I accidentally did it and then I went, oh, commit. But I couldn't.
I'm in too deep. In for a penny, in for a pound.
But yeah, the way I set it up in OBS was actually really easy. If you go to YouTube, if you go to a YouTube playlist, you can click the share button. It'll give you all the options to like share it to Facebook or whatever. But one of those options says iframe, or I think it says embed actually. And what it gives you is an iframe link, and an iframe is the way that you can put basically a website inside another website. It'll give you a little window. So an iframe the iframe is the web player for YouTube, including all the controls and the playlist thing. What? Oh, I accidentally tapped shift. I thought my character just started.
What?
I didn't realize I had tapped shift, so I thought my character just started leaning slowly forward, falling over the edge. That was really disorienting. I thought like ragdoll physics had suddenly been turned on and my character just was toppling over.
That was pretty awesome because I thought what was happening was you were mimicking the slow roll because you were like, wait, what? And so I thought you were like doing the whole slow motion talking thing, and I was like, well done,
it was
Alex.
me freaking out.
Done.
Once you start it, you can't exit. There's no way to cancel the roll. It just you can change. No, you can. Nope, there's nothing you can do about it. You're just falling.
You're just donezo.
Yeah. So you click that share, you get the embed thing, and it's a bunch of HTML code, which has like some settings and stuff in it, but you can really just leave it all the same. And then I made a plain text document, like with Notepad.
Okay.
And you paste it in there, but you also want to set up the normal HTML header stuff. So you have to
obviously
say, like there's all HTML documents have this stuff at the start of them that goes like
numbers and letters.
Yes, there are numbers and letters. There's punctuation too. But it's information that the browser uses to go, oh, this is a web page. So it's like doc type and stuff like that. And then you just put your open body bracket, you insert the iframe code, close body, and that's basically it. That's the whole document. And then in OBS, you can link a web source, which can be a URL or it can be an HTML document. So it just loads that HTML document as a video source, basically, which is this thing. But I can, there's a little button that says interact, so I can actually pull it up as a window. And you can see as I mouse over it, it's changing it in the bottom corner also. So it's literally just the same thing as what you're seeing. So let's pause, play, rewind, change the song from the playlist. And it's convenient. And then it puts it as an audio source in OBS, so I can control the volume right in OBS for it.
Very cool.
It's super convenient. I love it. And then I did the little... I grabbed one of the emotes that... Was it Jazzwolf made them? I think it was Jazzwolf made all the Wizzy emotes for the Discord server. Grabbed one of those emotes, so he's dancing in the corner there with it, and put some now playing text. Really super duper simple. Did your cat just meow?
Oh yeah.
It was so loud.
He's on the other side of the room too. Like he's a good 20 feet away from me right now, because he's not just on the other side of the room. Like I'm in my office and the door is opened and he's on the other side of the room that's connected to the office.
So it was disorienting for me because I have
children.
Well, children, but basically a tenant right now, a friend is staying with me, and she's got a daughter and 2 cats who are also with her. And
okay.
Your cat sounded the way my friend would meow.
Your friend,
but I'm in my
like a human being.
The way she would meow at her cats. It sounded like the same tone of voice that she would use. So she knows that I'm working right now, and my office is kind of separate from the rest of the house. So I was wondering why she would just be walking to my office meowing right now, and I'm like, that'd be strange.
Be a little rude, a little rude, a little strange, weird. Wholeheartedly welcomed, but all of the above.
Yeah.
So somebody once told me that cats don't actually meow at each other. It's an evolutionary response that cats have developed. They meow at human beings, and it's supposed to resemble a child crying. And that's how they get attention, is by hitting that frequency where you were like, oh, baby needs attention.
Well, because they do it with other creatures. They mimic other animals.
Oh, do they? Oh, they do. They mimic birds too.
They mimic birds and squirrels and rabbits and all sorts of other animals. Basically, anything in their environment that they want to get the attention of, and kind of go, hey, I'm here with you. Whether it's a hey, I'm like one of your clan, like recognize me, or a like a devious like, I'm totally bird, tweet tweet.
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet.
Chirp.
Birds. Yeah, totally friendly bird. Come hang out with me. I will do you no harm. So they do both of those things. They are like chameleons, kind of. They're social chameleons where they depending on how you treat them as kittens, they will behave differently. I mean, that's true for most creatures, right? How you treat them when they're little babies, they're gonna behave differently. But cats will try to assimilate with whatever they grow up with. So if you raise a kitten with dogs, they will behave more like dogs. If you raise them around rodents, they may not actually end up hunting rodents. When they're older, they'll just be like, oh, these are cuddly friends. Like, these are my people. And they do that with humans also. They don't see humans, at least this is what I've heard, is that they don't see humans as humans. They see them as just big, kind of clumsy cats.
Pack members, yeah.
Which is why cats sleep really light, and they're very excited when you wake up, because they're like, oh god, you were sleeping so soundly, like I thought you were dead. It's kind of their reaction. Because you are also a cat to them. Which is adorable.
It's super adorable. But to correct myself from a second ago, a group of cats isn't technically a pack. It's called a clouder.
A clouder?
I don't know what that... I learned it on Big Bang Theory years ago. Yeah, a group of cats is called a clouder. I don't know what that means. I know a group of crows is a murder, and I think that's wonderful, but I don't know because I know what a murder is. I don't know what a clouder is.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I would, lions have a pride, but I guess that's just for lions, right?
Because there's nothing else like a lion.
Yeah, so majestic.
Wait, are there levels? Is it like referring to how many more levels you have to go down? Like you were just on blocks that were shaped like a 3.
Oh no! They are numbers.
Okay.
So this looks like an X. I don't know that actually means anything, but there is a 5, a 4, and a 3. 5, 4. I don't know what the little arrowhead shape is supposed to be. Is there a 2? I haven't noticed a 2. So there's our 5s.
So me and my wife, we for a very long time, we worked with a local dog rescue, and we helped them with their events, and we managed the facility. We did a bunch of things with them and for them, and we tried. Because we did that, we very foolishly assumed we could do, like cat rescue as well, and it's a wildly different game. At least it was for me on an emotional level. Like I got really attached to the cats that we that we helped to rehome, and at one point we had one cat that became kind of like mine, and we couldn't bring her into our house because we already have a bunch of cats. And so we kind of like did a setup outside because she was already an outdoor cat and she was fine. And so we did like a little home, and it had like a fan in it, and it wasn't the hottest parts of the year, and she'd clearly been an outdoor cat for a while. And I used to sit outside with her. Like I said, I made like a garage office, and I used to sit out in my garage and hang out with her for 3-4 hours a day. And watching her mimic and imitate birds was probably one of the coolest things that I've ever seen quote unquote domestic animal do. Because she would sit there and she would hang out, and like I would feed her and she would eat her food, and she'd get to a point where she wasn't done with it, but she was done with it. And the bowl wasn't empty, but she was like, "This bores me now, human. I move on to live prey."
Right.
And she would go and she would sit in the driveway, or she'd sit in like the tree that's next to our driveway, and she would start doing those chirps, the cat mimicking bird chirps. And within 15 minutes or so, some dumb bird would like poke its head up and be like, "Friend?" And she'd be like, "Yes, friend, come to me." And she would like lure these birds within striking distance, and then bam, just pounce on them out of nowhere. And there was meal number 2. She ate like a hobbit. It was wonderful. It was like I already gave her breakfast, but she was going for second breakfast.
So it's actually a problem. Like cats have like made so many different subspecies of birds go extinct. Well, that's why they say like spay and neuter your cats, because they'll keep on multiplying, and then there's so many cats, and then the birds are. The birds have no defense against the cats. Like, I mean, they can fly away, right? But they gotta land eventually.
Don't.
And the cats trick them. The cats just hunt for fun sometimes. So like they don't even have to eat that stuff. They can be fully fed a meal and then be like, you know what? I want to play. And the way they play is murder.
It's death.
One of these days we're gonna get down to the bottom of this thing.
I believe you.
No,
I've seen you get really close multiple times.
Everybody at the top of this just patiently waiting for me. Just waiting for a screenshot. You're gonna keep waiting until I get out of here. Yeah, we're gonna do a screenshot at the bottom, everybody. So.
Oh, okay. Get to stepping. Everybody just starts falling to their death.
That'd be a fun screenshot. Is everybody just falling to the ground? No.
It's like one of those scenes from the movie World War Z, where all the zombies are just falling off the side of the building.
They're moving like ants. Oh man. I saw somebody in the chat said, "I've never seen two cats get along," which is funny because I've never seen two cats fighting. At least not in real life. I've seen videos, but all the cats that I've seen in real life have always been super affectionate to each other.
Yeah, I've got multiple cats, and they adore each other. They're Maine Coon mixes, and they're on the bigger side, so they could, cause a nice little dust up if they really wanted to, but they They prefer to cuddle as opposed to throwing hands. Like they're sweetie pies.
I thought I could do that without the jump.
Meow. You're doing good over there, Tiger. Doing real good.
So, back when my eldest daughter was a baby, before she was born, my wife and I had 2 cats, brother and sister, and they were dumb. these were not smart cats. They did not ever hunt. We would get, we lived in like older buildings that, were a little Swiss cheesy. Had lots of little holes for rodents to get in and out of. And we would have to set mouse traps for them because our cats would not do anything about them. They would be curious about them. They'd be like, oh, what's that noise? What's that thing over there? But they never actually did anything to get them. So I've never been brought a cat present before.
Oh. However,
that didn't stop us from having a dead mouse one time. That was gross. Our bookshelves kind of leaned slightly away from the wall because of the shape of the floor and the wall and the way the building had settled.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a wedge, and this mouse probably freaking out for its life, like, oh my god, I smell cats, I'm gonna die. Man, I really thought I could get that. This mouse was probably trying to escape the non-predators that were in the space, and had somehow gotten itself stuck between the wall and the back of the bookshelf.
Oh no.
And obviously it's a tiny little thing, so we didn't even realize it existed until our cats just kept on staring at this bookshelf. We're like, what are you looking at? Like, what? For multiple days they were just obsessed and like kind of nosing at this bookshelf. We're like, what is it? Do you want to learn to read? And finally I look behind the bookshelf and I go, oh, there's something there. And so I start to move the bookshelf, and the mouse had kind of stuck to both the wall and the bookshelf.
Oh no.
And it ripped.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was not a pleasant smell. I'll just say it. I didn't really want to eat tuna for a few months after that.
That's fair.
It was a weird tuna fishy kind of smell, and that was not.
Welcome to Sandbox House of Horrors.
Yeah, it was just a little like, oh, why me?
That's totally fair.
What was funny is the very first night that my friend had moved in with us, and so my daughters are like, oh, these cats, they're like so excited that there's cats in the house.
Obviously, because they're amazing. Go on.
Yeah, they're just constantly meowing at these poor cats. The cats are like, this is a new place. You're like, we've seen you before, but we're not in this place, and just leave me alone. And my daughters are like, meow, 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 meow. Oh, you're so cute. Come here, meow, meow. Like for 2 hours. So this very first night, my youngest daughter is about to go to bed, and she goes, Daddy, what is this? And I'm like, uh-oh, what is it? And at the bottom of the stairs, there's a lump. And my first thought is that a mouse? Which would be weird, because we never get mice in summer. It's always a winter thing, and they're trying to get in from the cold. We've got a house that's over 100 years old, and so it's got little holes in it.
There's some pathways in, if you will.
Yeah, various paths. And I try to block them off in different ways, but they find new ways in. So I'm like, oh, did they find a mouse? And I look, it was a hairball. My daughter had never seen a hairball before. She's just like, what is this? It was about the size of a mouse. I'm glad it wasn't. I imagine at some point there will probably be something.
Not
looking.
Also, I would like to point out The death counter on the left-hand side of the screen for anybody that's not paying attention to that.
I didn't need to know that there was a death counter.
There is, and it's wonderful. It gives deaths for the whole group and just your deaths. So right now it's at 373 deaths for everyone, 155 deaths for Alex.
That's not quite half. But I seem to be the only person trying.
Yeah. It's because you're going for it.
What time is it? We were supposed to end the stream 15 minutes ago. We've got other people's games to play. All right. We're going to get it this time. All right?
I do need to go in about 20 minutes. Just a heads up.
We're gonna get this before Lucas goes.
Mm-hmm. We are. I believe in you, champ.
And most of the times that I've said I'm gonna get it this time, I have actually got
You
it.
generally do, actually. It's
like
pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
I just gotta commit.
Mm.
And then also not mess up.
Mm. Both important factors.
Yeah.
Especially that second one.
Yeah. Don't mess up.
The singular dots, I'm just like, why would they even put that there? That's just mean.
Oh, I just skipped those.
I would skip them and go to the floor every single time they were around because I would die.
These threes are surprisingly tricky.
I can see that actually. Because of that gap in the center of the three.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing with these ones.
Uh-huh.
Didn't they say there was a 2?
Uh-huh.
I see 3s, I don't see 2s.
Yes? Ooh. Ooh.
I was sliding off the edge.
Oh. Huh?
Oh, here are the 2s.
Huh.
This is the furthest I've gotten.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Is that 8 blocks?
Uh-huh. But don't risk it. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. You're so close. Oh, yeah. Go, get it. Oh, so close. Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
This is so painfully slow right now. I want to go fast.
Go fast. Patient Pete.
Did I just jump across?
Uh-huh.
What? No. Why did that kill me? What was I supposed to? What do you mean wrong way? What? Ah! I landed on it though. Was that not the ground? What is? Am I only supposed to make it to the center? Is that the only option? Where does it go from there? So I'm trying to understand the path. So I go down there, go across, go back out, go back in, go down 4, back in. There's the there. Is there somebody already down there? I mean, I think that the issue is like just putting in the focus that one time I made it that far without too much difficulty. It's just committing to being careful. But I easily get distracted.
You gotta play Station Pete.
I don't want to say I easily get bored, because that's kind of the stereotype with ADHD, right? Is that you get bored easily. It's not really that I get bored easily. It's that my brain is always looking for ways to get excited. So
That's a really good way of looking at it. I'm not bored. I'm looking for a reason to be excited.
Yeah, and I make my own excitement. Like that's always kind of been a thing for me, is that I've always been able to keep myself occupied, even if I don't have the phone with me. My brain's going about different things and looking at
100%,
trying to
same.
figure things out, and it's constant. I am able to focus as long as something is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that is super repetitive or not as stimulating, because really it's stimulus, that's what the brain's looking for, I make it exciting. That's so I don't just like walk around places in video games. I jump and roll and climb and go all over the place. And
Yes, you do.
And that's the way I've always done it. And, I jumped clear over the edge of the button. I'm supposed to go. So yeah, I could probably one-shot this very carefully, just, going through the whole process, but that's not exciting. My brain's like, do it fast, do long jumps, go do it without pausing between, like, don't stop, just continuous jump. Just oh, you can die from that. So don't stop pressing W, just keep on jumping and do continuous series of jumps, and then accidentally overshoot and fall to the bottom over and over and over again. So we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna say we're gonna do it this time, and we're gonna actually do it, not this time, but the next time. Like we just did. But I'm gonna go the right way instead of the wrong way. I didn't realize it was the wrong way. I probably should have looked at the chat before taking the jump.
It's okay. I think he said it after you expired.
You saying I'm old?
No. I'm saying you died.
Past my best due date. Best due date? Best buy date?
Alex
date.
went the way of milk, apparently.
I age like a fine milk.
I should say I
Very
age like a
cheesy.
fine wine, so I wouldn't understand. I don't want to understand.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Also, I know exactly what you mean about the, like, you're always looking for ways to get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of my, I have a workout partner that I work out with twice a week. And I recently told him, like, we were doing like a leg day, and I told him I don't want to do, we were going down a certain path, and I was like, I don't want to do this path. And he was like, what? Why? And I was like, because it's like a single, like you're isolating the legs, you're doing one leg at a time. And when I do that, like, I want to do both legs at the same time, because it's more efficient and more effective. And I get bored doing the single leg or single side workouts for some reason, because it feels like it takes way longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I get super excited when we do like both legs at the same time. So I'm like, this is how I stay excited about my workout. So if you like, is that cool if we just continue with that theme? And he was just like, that's super weird, but I'm into it. Let's do it.
Why do people hate leg day?
I love it. It's my favorite workout. I do it twice a week, every week.
I like leg exercises. Like most people who are into weightlifting are always like, oh, leg day, and I've never understood that. I'm bad at getting to the gym at all. That's just that's my issue is actually getting there. But once I'm there, I want to do nothing but legs. That's the strongest part of my body.
Yeah, I've got a really sincerely positive association with Legs Day. I don't know if I know you and me have talked about this, but I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show before. But I was in a wheelchair for a period of, I want to say it was a year and a half.
I
and
no idea about that.
Oh yeah, I was in a really bad accident, and the doctors told me that I probably would never walk again.
Wow.
And so I was confined to a wheelchair for a while. And it was when I lived in, my apartment was one of those complexes where you're like, your apartment has multiple floors to it. And we were already on the 5th floor. So my room was on the 6th floor, and it was not a wheelchair accessible unit. So it was basically just stuck in this room for a year, and it was quite terrible. And I went to a lot of different PTs, and I went to a lot of different doctors. And I shouldn't say a lot of different doctors, but I went to a number of different specialists to try to help me figure the situation out. And I finally found somebody who was like a physical therapist, personal trainer, kind of like rolled into one. And he was just like, yeah, we'll get you out of that chair if you're not a punk. And I was just like, excuse me? And he was just like, yeah, do you want to get out of it or not? Legs day, let's do this. And it was literally just the most basic and asinine workouts for a period of like, I want to say it was about 12 to 14 months of just basic like little body movement, no weight exercises. And we got to a certain point where we got past that with these little minuscule movements all adding up to like full-fledged regular human movements. And then he was like, all right, now we're adding weights into legs day. And I was in a lot of pain for a really long time. But when I started to leave that pain zone is when we started to actively do weights on legs day. And I got to a point where the more weight I did on legs day, the less pain I was in outside of the gym. And now I'm at a point where I'm not hurting at all.
Nice.
And it used to be like where I would sneeze, and the pain from sneezing was so bad that I would pass out. I would black out. And that's kind of dangerous when you're, driving or, existing in the world.
Right.
And so that curtailed a lot of things that I wanted to do, or just out of like a sense of responsibility for like, the people around me and myself. But yeah, like I'm really, really fond of legs day because it's one thing that has like sincerely contributed to my overall quality of life.
Nice. Yeah, for me, it's just satisfying to push the amount of weight that I can push, and just to be like, oh, let's put this machine as like heavy as it can go, basically, with leg presses.
Yeah,
which is just like, haha, look at all this I'm moving. It's very satisfying.
I'm the strongest man alive.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to know, is this 8 blocks or not? I'm going to measure it.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should only be like 5 or 6. Oh! Ah! Ha! Wait, when you said wrong way, so you're not supposed to go over there at all.
No.
Lucas, you're the one who told me not to do it.
Not to do what?
Not to drop down there, which is what I was gonna do, and you're like, don't do it. And so I went over there.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, it happened.
It definitely sounds like something I would say.
Okay, so now what? I don't understand where am I supposed to go out to the NFT? Oh, hey, look. It's invincible.
Hey, it's Mark. Ups,
I don't...
Caps. I don't know what that means.
Still 1 level. Is it this?
Oh, he says drop down. I think you should have dropped down when you were on the target. I don't think you should be here.
Yeah, but I am anyway.
Oh, okay. Woo! You did it!
All right. I don't know what my time was. It wasn't that long at the end of it. All right. Well, we'll just do /users because we can't wear hats anyway, right? Hey.
Oh.
Slow motion roll. Got it.
Yeah.
Somehow I didn't fall off the edge there. All right. So, we had a couple requests. Was there What was the one that was redeemed?
That was the one we just did.
Oh, okay. All right, good. All right, Lucas has got to get going. But I want to try out these other ones. Lava defense? And
Yes.
Get gross.
Also, I have winners to announce.
Oh, that's right. We did another giveaway.
We did 3 giveaways today. But you're going to have to let me figure that out real quick here. 1 second.
All right. Lava defense by Meta Worlds and Dream Junk. Is this the right one? I see that single player. So we can do that maybe next time. What's this other one, multiplayer? Get gross. Get gross. Impossible Dream Studio. The concept of boredom is why I love the anime Death Note so much. So I just watched all of Death Note for the first time.
All of it?
There's
There's quite a bit.
Yeah, well, it's only like, what, 2 seasons, I think? But they're kind of long seasons.
There were long seasons, yeah.
It is on the longer side for anime that I actually watch. I'm like, 6 episodes? Perfect. More than 100 episodes? I'm not likely to start.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite.
I need some concise storytelling. Otherwise, I do get bored. That will actually bore me. It's like, this is the thing that's supposed to be not boring me, but it's boring me.
Fair enough.
Attack on Titan was great. That Attack on Titan had very little fat on it. It did have...
They were all starving.
True. Meat! They did have some fillerish episodes where it was just kind of fluff, but it involved character development that was
And they went fast, too.
Yeah, and it was always just like one episode. It wasn't like a whole half a season of them goofing off doing something. It wasn't
like Naruto where there's 13 episodes of filler in a row.
Right. No, it was all very useful stuff. Loved Attack on Titan. I did watch it dubbed because that's what it was on Crunchyroll. I don't get involved in the sub versus dubbed argument. Well, no, that's not true. I do get involved a little bit. I generally prefer dubbed, but I typically am only watching shows that have good dubs anyway. Like, most of what I've watched has not been what people consider to be bad dubs in the first place. Controversial opinion. Wait, what's her name? Abby?
Whose?
What's the girl in season 4 that everybody hates?
Season 4 of
Attack on Titan.
There you go. The thing we were just talking about.
Gabby. Gabby's not that bad. Controversial opinion. But I think if you hate Gabby, then you don't understand why you like Aaron.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because Gabby is just girl Aaron from the enemy country.
I dig it.
She is.
A lot.
Her personality is almost exactly the same. Her character is exactly the same. And has the exact same motivations. more or less, and makes some of the same mistakes. So, yeah. Crunchyroll just got rid of their comments, which is, I don't know, whatever. I just, the thing I would use Crunchyroll comments for is I'd be watching a show and go, whoa, what was that? And I'd look at the comments and see other people reacting to it. That's really the only reasons why I was looking there. But
wait, were the comments like live?
It's people who watch the episode. It's like YouTube comments.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I just watched Attack on Titan because we were announcing all the stuff in the Sandbox. And I was like, I should actually watch the rest of the show because I'd only seen season 1.
That's fair.
So I binged all of it. Loved it. It was a great show. 9 out of 10.
It's a stressful show.
Maybe 10 out of 10. It is a stressful show.
Have you watched My Hero Academia?
I have. I think I'm all caught up.
I absolutely adore that one. Like,
I really dig the what do they call him? Vigilante arc for the main character, where he's got the mask on and he's looking like
he's like
really
flying
rough.
around town and
He's
stuff.
looking
Yeah,
really rough. I dug that look.
Yeah, he looked good, and he also he's a very emotional character, and like just seeing him be just like this grizzled war vet type character, or transform into that was a very interesting character development choice, but also made a lot of sense. I have so much fun with My Hero. That's one of those ones where I'll go back and I'll reread the mangas and I'll rewatch the show on. It's one of those like feel good. Like I'll go back and redo it on a regular basis. Like Lemillion, I adore him. Like just those overly enthusiastic extreme characters. Like I love Captain America because he's overly good. He's extremely he's not PG, he's G. And I love that about his character. He's overly Captain America. And Deku is overly emotional. And Lemillion is overly enthusiastic. I really enjoy how extreme those characters go. It's a lot of fun.
I didn't make this connection till just now, because I was thinking I typically don't go for the squeaky clean. I grew up watching Lois and Clark when I was a kid. That was the
great show.
Superman TV show when I was a kid. But after that, it was all, about Batman or Spider-Man. It's it didn't really, the squeaky clean, ironic, convenient, funny, just seeing the cleanest in the background there as I say that. Coincidental. But Captain America and that sort of stuff never interested me as much, and I do tend to go for the more downtrodden and grizzled heroes. And I just made the connection that gosh, I can't even remember the main character's name.
Main character for what?
For My Hero Academia.
Deku.
Izuku. Oh yeah. Midoriya, whatever. All the different names. His character design looks a lot like the Max, I think.
Yeah, you're right. When he's in the grizzled war form version.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Where's a safe for stream image of the Max?
That's a great question. That was MTV, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It was definitely before my time, as far as how old I was. Let's see if I can find. Here we go. This is a good one. Oop, if I can actually bring it up. And you got to get going. What are you still doing here?
Hanging out.
We started talking about anime, and you're like, I didn't actually have anything else I needed to do.
I'm definitely a few minutes late to something, but it's okay.
Where's one with his mask on? Here we go. So I don't know if the artist took any inspiration from this or not, but look at the comparison here. And it's maybe not the best angle, but these teeth usually like arc down. I'll see if I can find a better picture. Here.
No, I've definitely had this thought in the past as well. Especially if you think about like the theme song, like the Max theme song from the original show.
Oh gosh, it's been like more than 10 years since I've watched it.
Yeah.
It's not very long. It's only like what, 10 episodes or something like that?
It was super short. Yeah, it's MTV.
Way too short. But just the teeth remind me of this. And both, you know, it is a very downtrodden hero.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right. Lucas got to get going, but
Before I go,
yeah,
let me announce the winners.
Oh, that's right. You got to do that.
So, for our rubber ducky, floaty, around the waist avatar owners giveaway, we have 2 winners. Winner number 1 goes out to Pot Plucker, and winner number 2, Vox Machina Studios. Congratulations, you two. You have won what I just said. And for our 3rd giveaway today, because Alex is feeling generous, we're giving away a Wizzy's Singed Orange Hat to one and only Kachingaverse. Congratulations, friend. You have also won what I just said. Enjoy it and wear it with pride. All 3 of you, because all 3 of them are wearables. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lucas.
Absolutely. Anything else you need from me before I go?
Nope, that's it. Well, take a look at this. I don't know if you've seen this game before. This is for the Mad Balls Game Jam, and the entire level is a body. We were running around on a tongue. You spawn on a brain. You jump down from the brain into the mouth. You can jump on those teeth platforms. There's a whole tongue you're running around on. When you spawn in the brain, you can actually look out the eyeballs out to this space.
That's wonderful.
The grossest,
the
winner, starts on the tongue. Got a little uvula dangling down there. And let's go ahead and start this race. Wait, I forgot how to... This way? Why is it red? I think that means we can't go, right? We're waiting for...
It looks like it's locked.
We're waiting for the timer to restart? What's the... I don't remember the process. Oh, that's... Yeah, we gotta unlock it. Start. Here we go. And so you got to run through and get gross, and you have to be gross. So here we get all waxy with the Q-tips. Oh, but if you fall in the water, you get clean, which means that you can't
get waxy.
Well, you can't pass the gate at the end.
So did this experience, was this one of the winners for the Mad Balls Game Jam, or? Okay.
Yeah, it was in the top 10, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Oh,
so does it
I
tell
fell in
you
the water.
how
I got clean.
dirty you are?
It tells you in your status. So if you look at the left side, it says I'm waxy right now.
Okay.
Which
status
means
waxy.
that I
Got
can.
it.
It means that I can pass through gates that say waxy.
Gotcha.
So if I go through the clean door, that would be a problem.
Because it would clean you off.
We want to go the waxy way, which is this way. And now we've been able to get through the waxy section. We go on to the next one, which is Snot World. You gotta get snotty. And we need to not run into the water, which will clean us off. I guess it's...
You're sliding right now, right?
Yep, we're sliding.
That's awesome.
And I think that's nasal spray over there. I think that would clean us off also and cause us to respawn.
Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's the way that part works. So we need to not touch that. Although it may actually increase our speed. I'm not sure.
Status is snotty.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I was saying, I feel like slowing down might be a good idea here.
And then we got Stinky World. And yeah. Stinky World. We may need to oh wait, that's not stairs. Right, these stairs. Gotta jump on the briefs. And then we got some platforming on the floaters here.
You say platforming?
Platforming on the floaters.
I thought maybe we were, some sort of Chris Pratt reference here, but I guess not.
Ian, the IT guy, was the winner there. I think, is Stinky the last stage? So you get through the Stinky section, you have to go through that toilet. And yeah. There's a lot of detail in here that you can really only see when you zoom out, because when you're up close, everything's, big and blocky.
Losing sight of the forest for the trees.
When you zoom, yeah, because you're in here and you're like, what is this weird place? It looks like it's colored like The Simpsons, and then you actually like look out from the observation area and it's like, oh, we were inside a mouth.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. All right.
Possible Dream does cool stuff.
Let's do this last screenshot, and then we're going to see if there's somebody we can raid. Thanks for hanging out a little extra time, Lucas.
Yeah!
I appreciate it. Everybody line up here. Get on this tongue.
Let me see. Who can raid?
Everybody's running in circles like I... Alright. Everybody ready? You got your whizzy hats. You gotta go to the back of the tongue. Climb up. I believe in you. Yeah, you got it, Mousecap. Good job. Anybody else? We missing anybody? Alright. Here we go. / users. Not all caps. It doesn't work that way. Screenshot. Alright. Oh, wait. No, I want to hide that. I like having the map visible so that way people know where we are.
Where you're at.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Anybody we can raid, Lucas? Did you see anybody?
I'm not seeing anybody stream the Sandbox right now. Yeah, anybody you're following or...
Nope. I don't see anybody online at the moment. So we're just going to end the stream here. I will be back on Friday with another challenge accepted stream as we work through some bugs and tidying up and maybe start a new experience. And Saturday, Lucas and I are back with more Mage raids.
Saturday, I am not here.
I'm by myself.
Saturday's my day that I'm doing the CPR training.
Oh, that's right. Saturday we'll be running through single player experiences. So somebody did ask me about playing, what was it? Lava Defense, which was a single player game. So we'll use Saturday to run through some single player games. Like old times.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you in a couple days.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.